What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are going to skip the Warships front today simply because we're at that point of the season where things get messy. Win, loss, 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 win. Not doing super great. And the reason for that is I can't decide if I want to go get Bombardiers or not. Yes, we'll be able to move up, but it's going to put us farther from Laser Rangers. It's going to put us farther from Seekers. So I got to decide what I want to do. You can use Grens. Just note that you've got to mix in some of these guys. Mixing in some medics is my replay gone. Also, there are some bases where you can sneak a couple boats of rocket choppers to the very back corner, those super tight clump bases. Have a look. Some bases are not set up. Like, they get too worried about blocking Bombardiers and Grenadiers that maybe you can sneak in some rocket choppers, or you can pick up some free GBE at shore. That's why there are no lonely flamethrowers. Have a look. There are some weak bases. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. What we are going to talk about this video, first of all, we're going to throw code ZMOD in that shop in all Supercell games. Now, this is a bonus. If you pay anything for Supercell games, the Supercell store has moved out across so many countries in the last couple weeks. Things are cheaper there. Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars, Heyday, no Boom Beach yet. Really hope that comes soon, but I wouldn't hold my breath if I was you guys. One bonus thing here, things are cheaper there all the time because Supercell doesn't have to pay that Apple tax, that Google tax. Do check it out. You can also gift things for people in your task force or your club or whatever the heck you want to call it. Now, we're going to talk today about Clone Riflemen. I love me some Clone Riflemen. Clone Riflemen are a great way to keep your troops alive. They're also a lot of fun on their own, and you get to remember that Boom Beach commercial where Dr. T blows your mind going pop, 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 pop. If you haven't seen that, do go find that. I'll try and link it down below. Easy way to clear your map. Something like this. Clone Riflemen out front getting shot in the face. Not one, not two, but 3 times. They are the best cannon fodder that has ever come to Boom Beach. You literally just drop them in front. 1, 2, and 3. And then drop some troops in behind that are going to bring you some damage. We'll get some critters out. Maybe we'll shock something. And these guys just keep coming back for more. Just a reminder, every iteration is weaker than the one before it. They do less damage than the troops before them. They have less health than the troops before them. But it really doesn't matter because their only purpose is to keep your troops that are behind them alive. So do give these guys a shot. They are ridiculously, ridiculously useful. On their own, not super great, but with a damaged troop behind them, whether it be Bombardiers or Laser Rangers or Zookas even, great troop. I really do enjoy using them because you can simply drop them and your map will get cleared. You don't have to do anything. And with Scorchers, that works as well. With mechs, that works as well. But you have a whole bunch of extra GBE because those guys are generally freebies. Low levels do consider using them, throwing some Zookas behind them, throwing some Grenadiers behind them. Basically use them in as your meat shield. They do very, very well. Now, we're going to mix it up a tiny bit because if you've been to this channel before, you know that I love me some smoky riflemen, and when you can get smoky these guys, it makes it just that much more fun. I highly recommend smoking your troops. It will make your warships attacks better. It will make your PvP attacks better. It will make your operation attacks better. By the way, you guys have not been giving me a hard time. I said I was going to do an operation attack every warships video, or at least highlight one of the guys or gals in our task force group, and I have not been doing that. So I am guilty. Hold me accountable, please. Don't let me get away with that kind of crap. We're going to walk up this path. We're going to hit every single mine along the way. There are going to be a lot of them, so I'm going to throw some artillery out there. Reminder, good players don't clear mines with critters as a general rule. Also note that those Clone Riflemen, the guys that come back after they hit a mine or after they die, they don't follow flares. So you need to be a little bit careful with these guys. Let's get them back into there. We'll get all sorts of smokes out. Did I not throw a flare? Yeah, so I threw a flare. We are not getting great value out of these guys, though, because my flare was too late. We are getting all sorts of popping action. Not something that you want to be getting from these guys, but Brick's battle order is going to come out here in a second, and they're just going to go ham on everything around them. Definitely losing a lot of them here. You probably want to use instant training if you're playing with, you want to use instant training anyways. Instant training is the best thing to ever come to Boom Beach. It's also the worst thing because it's kind of expensive. So I fully get why not everyone uses it. But, and by the way, don't go buy instant training if you're not going to keep it up, because going back to Boom Beach without instant training, you're like, how did I even play this before? Like, it's just not fun. For lack of a better term, it just makes this game so much better. And as far as smoking these guys, do consider doing the old-fashioned seesaw, using a couple extra flares to get your troops a little bit skinny, and then throwing a smoke or 10 to get them where you want them to be. And some of them being left behind is kind of a good thing because it distracts all sorts of defenses. They just stand back there, but do be aware Kavan's probably going to do stupid things if you let him be in charge. So that's why I've got Brick. Battle orders, a fun time with these guys. Just need to get them into position. Don't need a ton of gunboat energy here. 15 should be more than sufficient. We're going to throw a critter there and a shock there, and then as these guys pop out, we've got all sorts of them. Just need that battle orders to get them moving a little bit closer to the core, and then a shock because flamethrowers are not super friendly to these guys. Use them, try them, let me know what you think. The reason why I'm not doing a Warships video today is just because just getting crushed. This is a bit of a bloodbath. Talked to a lot of players who have parked. If you haven't gone to 4 engine rooms yet, maybe don't. My 3 engine room base, I can clear everyone always, and people are not clearing me everyone always. This is that base. It is an iteration of Orion's base. This is silly. Like, have 3 extra machine guns from there. Got max mortars. Have 80% building damage. It's just gotten absolutely ridiculous at the 3 engine room level. But as you can see here, doing fairly well, crushing people. And I'm not even using troops. I'm literally just using the fact that I've got this GBE node right here. And I am using my artillery on 2 different engine rooms and then retreating, generally speaking. So you can get those engine rooms that are underneath those sky shields. You just need to be a little bit precise. But I did say no warships. So let's do an operation attack. Yesterday's operation attack, I decided to do a Boom Beach heavy rush on sliding block, partially because we have the heavy tribe, and partially because heavy rush has been all the rage in Warships this season. Getting rid of shock launchers, using GBE, farming GBE. I wish we had an 8 times mode. Getting rid of shock launchers, and then doing a little bit of smoky smoke. Getting our troops into the blind spot of that rocket launcher. Not necessarily required when it comes to heavies, but getting all of the shields here. All of the rocket launchers, setting up a core hit, 50-person task force, warships oriented. As you can tell by those names in that list, it is join at own risk. Do not enter signs, coming in hot. Let's get all of our Clone Riflemen out. Obviously, I don't have a loadout for Clone Riflemen, but the season has... I'm not going to talk about warships. We're going to talk about Clone Riflemen. I don't think I can pull off a solo with these guys at dead end level, but we're going to do it. This is my unboosted account. I talked about how I have 1 no powder account and 1 farm powder account, and then I switched them. Some of you were confused by that. Some of you thought I meant I transfer the powder between accounts. Unlike the Supercell store where you can send things to other players, you can't do that in Boom Beach. You can't send powder from one account to another. Try to do a segue there, little bit of a stretch, little bit of a reach, but we're going to try and find this op. There we go. What can we solo? Strange Attractors would be an easy solo, I assume. Yeah, that would be super duper easy. You just blurt out the rocket launcher, go behind the core. Don't care about that. That's too easy. Quick Charge probably also fairly easy. Just go back in there and Yeah, we're not going to do that, though. Let's get something a little bit more difficult. Can we solo complex? That would be the impressive bit. Probably not, but we're going to give this the old college try. So how can we do this? This is going to be ridiculous. Buckle up. Let's go. Probably not going to solo this, to be completely forthcoming. What we are going to do is clear all of those mines. With Zukas, you only need to use 1 artillery and then 1 artillery on that front boom cannon to get the troops to sit pretty. We are going to go something like this, though. We're going to get this first boat over on that left, the rest of our troops over here on the right. The reason for that is my goal and my hopes and my dreams are that first set of Clone Riflemen are going to distract all of the rocket launcher, and then we can just smoke the rest of our troops back here. Things going fairly well so far. I can't tell how many troops have been left behind, but so far, so good on the smoking front. Now, I just need to get the rest of our troops to go all the way back, centered behind that boom cannon. We are not going to have a lot of gunboat energy at all. We're going to have 1, 2 smokes, and then we will have enough for a shock. 2 shocks, though. I forget, is it 7? I think we need 19 for a shock, so I am not going to throw another flare. We are going to throw this right about there and that right about there, and then just crushing everything nearby. Probably best to get a battle orders at this point, trying to get our Clone Riflemen to do something worthwhile, something useful. No sense throwing a med kit right now because this is just complete and utter chaos. Let's throw some critters back there as we watch that shock launcher absolutely destroying our troops. Maybe, just maybe, that critter thing can get us some value as we try to get this core to go down. Needed a little bit extra gunboat energy. We've cleared all sorts of mines. We've done a bunch of damage to the core. Not terribly too bad. And I think we might be able to get rid of that rocket launcher next up. And so maybe, just maybe, no, there's nowhere to go. That everywhere by that shock launcher is completely and utterly covered. So turned it down from a 2 shock, a 3 shock core hit down to probably 1. Just would be nice if we could get rid of that mortar to make it even easier, but overall not too shabby. And our troops we still kind of have a chance, sort of, kind of, not really. Look how much damage we're doing with Clone Riflemen. And you'll notice that we've gotten down to the dregs of the coffee. This is the end of them. Brick is all by her lonesome. Unboosted, dead end, Clone Rifleman, silly. If you're in a task force where your attacks really matter, maybe don't do that. But we just did 700,000 damage and cleared the boom cannons and cleared the rocket launchers, doing silly, silly, silly things. So hopefully you guys are inventing fun in Boom Beach at the moment. There are many, many ways to do it. And of course, the easiest way to do it is to be in a ridiculously great task force. And this is the one that I recommend. I know it's 50 out of 50. Hit me up in the comments. Generally speaking, we kick 1 to 2 people every couple days. People join, they don't talk, they don't get intel, they don't attack. And so why they join a task force, I really don't know. If someone can explain that to me, I would love to hear it. But we keep things moving. Hit me up on Discord. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. We'll make a spot for you. As you can see by the stats here, we get operations every single day. I know it says 28, but that's just because of time zones. Every single day, 27 diamonds, with actually 29 diamonds at the moment. And as you can see, every operation taken down successfully. And we've got, like, if you look at this, look down at the bottom here. We've got players level 27, level 18, guaranteed diamonds. Plus, you get those achievements. Even if you just want to join and get those achievements, wherever the heck that one is. What's that one? Where is that one? Right about, right there. Get those 30 diamonds, plus the ones before that, and then leave. Just come on in, let me know. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.